You already know what it is, man, so let's get right to it. Okay, so it looks like there's some trouble out there for none other than Ray Ray from Summer Hill. For those of you who don't know who I'm talking about none other than YFN Lucci. Now, YFN Lucci is said to be involved in a shooting slash murder case. Yes, this is a report that's out there, and it's not looking good, man. There's several news sources out here reporting this, and they're basically saying that YFN Lucci is wanted for multiple different charges, not just something around the shooting, but it's not looking good for YFN Lucci. Now, before I get into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Now that we got that out of the way, man, so there's a representative from CBS News who came out with this tweet right here. Now, I'm alleging that this person is a part of CBS News. It looks like they are, according to their profile, but her name is Jasmina Alston. Now, Jasmina Alston posted this, and she retweeted it from CBS 46 there in Atlanta. And it said this: just in, Atlanta police are looking for 29-year-old Rayshawn Bennett, aka YFN Lucci. They say he's wanted on multiple charges for his role in the shooting death of 28-year-old James Adams at CBS 46. So basically, this is something that's going to turn Atlanta upside down, because YFN Lucci has been having an amazing career in the rap game. You know, he's had his little beefs here with none other than Young Thug, but it seems like for success-wise on the mixtape scene and on the release scene, he's been doing all right. YFN Lucci is one of those cats out of the ATL who stays consistent. I think he drops consistently more than a lot of other rappers who are in the ATL and get mad love. But his name is always bubbling. People mess with YFN Lucci. When he drops that new single, man, it's going. He got one right now with Mulatto that's pretty slick, man. And I like his hooks, man. I like the harmony and everything. But this ain't a good look, YFN Lucci. Now, they're saying that there is not a lot of information out on this story yet. They're talking about that they're going to be coming out with more information, and they're wondering if YFN Lucci is going to actually turn himself in. But regardless, you guys know I got all the info for you right here. Now, the tweet said a lot, but man, the actual report from CBS News there in Atlanta says a lot more. So the report talks about the whole situation, and it breaks down a lot more details. So here it goes. It says that police are seeking the public's help in locating a man who is wanted in multiple charges for his role in the shooting death of an Atlanta man. Atlanta police are searching for 29-year-old Rayshawn Bennett, who is known to go by the name YFN Lucci. On December 10th, officers were dispatched around 5:20 p.m. following a person shot all on the 900 block of People Street in Southwest Atlanta. Upon arrival, they discovered 28-year-old James Adams laying in the street with a gunshot wound to his head. Adams was rushed to Grady Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. In a matter of minutes, a second victim, 32-year-old Kevin Wright, arrived at a local fire station by private vehicle. He appeared to have suffered a gunshot wound and subsequently survived his injuries, police said. So this sounds like a multiple shooting. I don't know what in the world was going down, but it's from judging from what they're saying here, man, it was like a shootout or something. But man, let's continue. Now the report continues by saying this. It says that during the investigation, that the Atlanta PD and their homicide investigators determined 2 shootings possibly related. Bennett is charged with felony murder, aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activity, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. So those are all the charges that they throw in at YFN Lucci. They throw in felony murder, aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activity, and possession of firearm during the commission of a felony. So they're saying that he was in a gang when he committed all this, so that's going to enhance everything. And they're saying that, you know, he had a weapon and actually took part in the shooting, allegedly, I'm assuming. Now, it also continues. It says the below individuals have been identified through an exhaustive investigation in coordination with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office and the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Remember the Georgia Bureau of Investigation? They were also on the King Von situation, and they brought out all the information on that, even though It was all on camera. You know, they did their due diligence, and you hear about them a lot in a lot of these Atlanta cases, man. They like their own state FBI, you know what I mean? So they get to it. Then it says this. It says, after extensive investigation, police also arrested 23-year-old Ray Von Boy and 17-year-old Leroy Pitts. Now, the investigators continue searching for Mr. Bennett and are asking anyone with information about his whereabouts, and they pretty much put the Crime Stoppers information there. So if anybody wanted to call in and tell on YFN Lucci, I mean, the number's there, they know it. They could probably ask anybody about that number. I mean, it's pretty famous from a lot of different videos that have been out there. But this is crazy, man. To think that YFN Lucci is this deep and involved in the streets, man, is wild, because I know YFN Lucci totes, that, he's a street dude in his music, but he's known for more of his sing-songy type of harmonies, man. I mean, he's legit a star off of that type of music more than he is about, getting in the streets and getting with the gang activity. Now, I'm not sure that YFN Lucci's in a gang, so I'm not going to allege that YFN Lucci's in a gang, but it definitely sounds bad when it's added on to all the rest of those charges. Now, YFN Lucci, man, he's probably working with his attorneys, if he's smart, to turn himself in, because, I mean, if you're already famous, going on the run, it's just not a likely option. I mean, I know I just did a story about a Canadian rapper who did the race for 2 years, but if you're YFN Lucci, you are used to living a luxurious life in your nice home, your nice cars, going to the studio and stuff. It just makes more sense to handle things accordingly. Now, this is crazy. What do you guys think, man? I mean, if you really look at these charges and you look at all the time since everything took place, it seems like, man, they did a thorough investigation, because this goes back to December 10th. So that's only a month ago where this took place. So they gave them a month to look at everything, dig up all the facts. And then the one guy surviving, the second victim, Mr. Kevin Wright, it looks like, man, when he turned himself into the fire station, he probably knew from that point on that he was just, man, gonna tell his side of the story. Allegedly. We don't know that for a fact. But either way, with all these charges levied against him, with all the stuff that's going to be circulating in the media after this story hits even bigger, man, it's not good looking good for your boy YFN Lucci. Now with that, hold up. What do you guys think? Do you think that YFN Lucci was out here living his life in the streets still, really getting down with the get down and putting it down for whoever, for whatever reason? I mean, I can't think of any reason why YFN Lucci needs to be in the streets that deep. But, man, or is this just something that he's caught up in by name only? Because a lot of artists, their name are associated with a certain group, and that gets them tagged in what the group does sometimes. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Brave.